99.9 KISW.
And finally, from the email, we get one from Sergeant Jeremy Raymond, and he is at Camp Murray. And he said, I met Everlast while deployed at Q West, Iraq in 2009. I asked the Sergeant First Class, who was in charge of entertainment on post, when will Everlast fly in for his concert on the base? She said, you mean the guy right behind you? So I turned around, and there he was. I thanked him for showing to play the shows in Iraq and talked to him for about an hour before he said, hey, I've been up since 4 this morning, and I really want to find a bed and get a shower. This is around 10:30 that night. We said, no problem, we'll win our way. Anytime people ask me what I think of him, I tell him the story and how he is a down-to-earth kind of nice guy. I would like to thank him again for taking the time to talk to some of his fans who were there and so far away from home. So that's from Sergeant Jeremy Raymond at Camp Murray. Speaking of, we have Everlast in studio. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Doing well.
Yeah, I've been up since 4 this morning and looking for a shower and a bed.
You're going to talk to us for an hour? We'll let you go, man.
I bet you do get up at 4 o'clock in the morning now, don't you?
Today I did, yeah.
Is that something you volunteered to do or something that's just on scheduling? Like some people are early morning people.
That's all right. You can get it, man. We got time. I can put us on hold for a second.
It's no problem. We got whole music and everything.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. But why are you getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning? Is it because you're
fly out here?
You're a dad now too? Does that ever work out for you that way?
No, my daughter, she sleeps pretty late. So, but you know, when she was very young, getting up was every once in a while you got to do your duty.
It sucks, man. I know. I just had a kid.
Well, for me, the benefit sometimes is I'm just coming home from the studio or something anyway. So a lot of the times it worked out for me.
Whoa. What kind of condition are you in? Like if I'm coming home at roughly the time that a child of mine is waking up, I'm the last person that should deal with them at all.
No, I'm usually just coming home from work. I like to work
Me too.
at night. So,
Well, let me ask you this. This is you did build a studio in your home at one point to work on some stuff, correct? Or
a while back, yeah. I don't. That was before I had a kid.
That is exactly where I was going. You thought that would be the great man cave to escape or whatever. Maybe a little place where you could just get away. And then you had a child and you realized there is no getting away. You can't even take a poop in private.
And you have to separate the studio then, so that when you're there, you're there.
You can't just be called up for dinner.
Every 5 minutes you'd be called for something or.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It probably was like, I'm going to do a man cave. I'm going to have my own place. I'll record my own music whenever I feel creative. I'll just walk down the steps and do it. And then all of a sudden you have a family.
Pull the Cheerios out of the sliders.
Get me the hell out of here for at least an hour or two.
Oh, yeah.
And not that it's bad having a family.
Or 12.
Yeah,
How old your
my studio is actually
daughter?
like an hour from my house, so I usually go there and I wind up staying a day or two, and then I'll go home for a couple
Wait,
days.
how does the wife react to that as far as having a kid?
She bought in from jump, you know what I mean?
Even with the kid, man.
This is what pays the bills.
Have you ever pulled the move, though, like, hey, baby, listen, man, I got some great stuff going on in my head. I'm going to go lay down, probably an overnight deal, and the last thing you did was work on music. I would use that excuse all the time.
No, because, you might as well just cop to whatever you're doing because there's Twitter, there's Facebook. Somebody's going to call you out or check you in somewhere. Like, oh, I just saw so-and-so.
Did you learn that the hard way, though? Or,
no, I'm smarter than that. You know what it is? I watched a lot of the homies get just really mess up like that. And I was like, man, it's just that day and age is over. I lived through the glory days, when
they didn't know what country you were in.
Long before I was married, it was like, if you could have like a girlfriend in one area code right next to the other, they'd never cross paths ever in the universe.
Hypothetically.
More than likely, they weren't going to cross paths, in a city of millions of people to a county apart. You could mess around like that. Nowadays,
How awesome is
nowadays
that, though,
you just can't do it.
I mean, from your point, saying, look, man, you're coming up through this and you're going through all the stuff, like, you got to enjoy that kind of thing. And you got all these young guys now coming up, like.
Well, it's also why I didn't get married till I was 40.
I didn't get married till there was Twitter.
Was that a conscious decision on your part?
Yeah, man. I mean, I didn't get married till I was 40 because it was like, why? Why would I do that?